This is North Port Now, where we bring you everything happening in and around our city. From the upcoming infrastructure panel to the city budget, we've got you covered. Here's what you need to know this week. What's going on with Price Boulevard Widening Project? When are traffic signals coming to our I-75 interchanges? What is the city doing to upgrade North Port's infrastructure? Join us for an informative infrastructure panel featuring representatives from the city's public works and utilities departments, along with experts from Florida Department of Transportation. They'll address current projects, upcoming improvements, and your biggest questions. Mark your calendar for 6 p.m. on Wednesday, June 25th at Suncoast Technical College, 4445 Career Lane. It's your chance to hear directly from the people planning the roads, utilities, and public works that keep our city running. Ready to make a splash for a good cause? The North Port Aquatic Center is proud to participate in the world's largest swimming lesson, a global event that raises awareness about the life-saving importance of teaching children to swim. This free, family-friendly event includes valuable water safety resources and even some fun lifeguard games. Choose the session that works best for you and your family, 8 to 9 a.m. or 5 to 6 p.m. on Thursday, June 26th. Let's come together and promote water safety, have some fun, and be part of a global movement. Register now and help make a difference, one splash at a time.
Got a pothole or a street light out? Need a fix? Just give a shout. Snap a pic, send it in. North Port is where it begins. Fast and easy, click or tap, we'll handle it just like that. See it reported, North Report.
Have you ever served or thought about serving on a city advisory board? Now's your chance to make your voice heard and shape the future of North Port. We're inviting current and former board members, as well as those who are simply interested, to take our advisory board survey. Your feedback will help guide the city clerk's office in improving the way we support and engage with these vital boards. Whether your passion is art, zoning, culture, or economic development, there's a board for you. Visit northportfl.gov/advisory to take the survey and learn how to get involved. Each year, budgeting is one of the most important and challenging tasks the city undertakes. From public safety to infrastructure to parks, services, and staffing, it all comes down to how we plan and prioritize. To help us understand where things stand and what's ahead, we're joined by City Manager Jerome Fletcher. He'll walk us through the biggest opportunities and challenges in this year's budget, what happens at the upcoming City Commission budget workshops, and what residents should know about how local government spending decisions are made. Thank you for joining me today.
Glad to be here, Cody. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So we're here to talk about the budget. I know the budget is a huge focus for the city every year. What are some of the biggest challenges and opportunities with this year's city budget?
So absolutely. So some of the biggest challenges and opportunities relate back to how we generate revenue and we look at expenses. When you're looking at the public service in our budget, it's designed to make sure that we provide a high level of service without a focus on a profit or loss. In the private sector, the profit or loss is what drives them and how much they provide. We're kind of the exact opposite of it, which means that as you look at the revenues that we have or don't have, it's generated around the tax dollars that are normally brought in from our public so that we can balance that with the needs of the community. And ideally, you want a spot where you are providing a little bit back to your general fund each year so that you can prepare yourself for things that you need and you're not sort of living paycheck to paycheck. Poor government. And right now we're in a situation where we're living paycheck to paycheck because we haven't had a millage rate increase in 5 years. And ever since I've been here, I've said that we needed to have a small incremental increase so that the public wouldn't feel it as much as one time, which is what has happened here in the past. So now we're really coming to a crossroads where our revenues are the issue and our expenses. If we're going to maintain the quality of our services and the staff that we have, then we need to make sure that we're able to pay for them. You were blessed, when I say you, I mean the city of North Port was blessed by having the home prices that were affected by the boom that happened for the last 2 years, but it's slowly and gradually come back down to reality. And now, last year, I believe we were like at 15% increase, which is one of the higher rates in our county. It was the highest rate in our county. Our normal is 10 to 12% increase, and the latest assessment we just got in was 8%. So we are going in a different direction, and we need to make sure that we monitor and balance our expenses accordingly.
I know some of that is nationally. I've seen stuff about there's more sellers than there are home buyers. So
Yes.
I know that has a lot to do with that.
Mhm.
With the budget, I know that there are budget workshops that people can attend or tune into that the City Commission is holding on June 16th and 17th.
Yes.
What kind of happens at those meetings, and what can people expect to hear from the commission?
So they can expect to see that the city staff, our charge was to balance the budget based on the strategic priorities of the commission. Collectively, they have created a plan for the next 5 years, and we try to make sure that our budget decisions mirror the outcomes of that plan. So we have put money in the different pillars and the outcomes that represent the highest priorities. And you're going to see a deliberate approach to this budget that is going to show you that we are not just going to add services through full-time employees, the additional full-time employees in our budget. We're going to take a different strategic hiring initiative that is going to say, we need to wait on some of the things that we're asking for. It is a very static budget. So the city is growing, and we are going to see a lot of that growth revenue in the upcoming years. PFM, our financial advisors, gave us a presentation last year that shows that the money is on the way. Until that money gets here, we're going to have to be very and more selective on how much we hire, because personnel is our main cost in most of our departments. So we've got to be able to understand how can we service the city at a high service level with who we have, and not just add a lot more employees.
What would you like our residents or taxpayers to know about the budget process and how that works for local government?
I think I would want them to know that when they look at all the things that we do collectively, it needs to be looked at in a holistic way and not sort of cherry picked in a way that says, well, I want to pick on or highlight a certain department who may not be doing as much as they should, because a lot of the intangibles that that department may provide are in alignment with the quality of life of what we do as a government. In a government, we have a collective duty in order to make sure that we provide the best services all around. And there may be areas that support and pick up other areas, and that's fine and that's okay. But when you look at the bottom line of what this city has done since I've been here, we've left millions of dollars on the table every year of what we would need to drive the city forward in a way that our subject experts advise. And then you have, well, where's the floor at of what you can provide before the citizens start to feel and realize that you've sort of compromised their level of services. There's a gap between those two things. This year, we're going to play within that gap. We are not going to have the revenue that we want, but we're also going to try not to sacrifice the services we provide. And that's the trick of a government budget, being able to stay within that and knowing that you have to think about not only this year, but next year and the year after that. I just don't see there being a climate or an appetite to raise our millage rate in the foreseeable future. So knowing that, we need to plan accordingly and make sure that our expenses are in line with the services we provide, and the revenues are cautiously optimistic projected so that we don't put ourselves in a hole in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out today, taking time out of your busy schedule to chat about the budget with me.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to North Port Now. Be sure to check out the show notes for links and more details on everything we covered today. Have a great week, North Port, and don't forget to stay informed, stay engaged, and stay connected.